3 months have passed since Formula One turned down Andretti and Cadillac's request to enter the 2026 Formula One season. But the Andretti team isn't giving up just yet. They're actively looking into various options to make their way onto the F1 grid soon. And in a shocking twist, they found support from an unexpected source. 12 US lawmakers are backing their latest efforts. Let's have a look at the situation in today's video. A dozen members of Congress have penned a letter to Formula One rights owners Liberty Media CEO Greg Maffei, expressing concerns about perceived anti-competitive actions that have prevented Andretti Global and General Motors from participating in future Formula One races. The letter poses 3 pivotal questions, all centered around the implications of these decisions on American businesses. This is what they had to say. Under the Concord Agreement, Formula One's governing document, up to 12 teams can participate. Currently, there are 10 teams competing in Formula One races. Previously, the FIA launched and led a comprehensive application process with the purpose of allowing one or more prospective teams to join Formula One racing series. Andretti Global, with its partner GM, submitted an application, and after receiving 4 applications, the FIA approved Andretti Global. Under what authority does FOM proceed to reject admission of Andretti Global? What is the rationale for FOM's rejection, especially with respect to Andretti Global and its partner GM potentially being the first American-owned and America-built race team? One of the lawmakers even references the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890, which prohibits unjustifiable constraints on market competition to benefit American consumers. The letter ends with a request for responses to their inquiries by Friday, May 3rd. It also emphasizes ongoing oversight to swiftly investigate and address any potential breaches of US antitrust laws. The Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890 outlaws unreasonable restraints on market competition to produce the best outcome for the American consumer. It continues. How does FOM's denial of Andretti Global and GM, American-owned companies, square with Sherman Act requirements, since the decision will benefit incumbent European racing teams and their foreign automobile manufacturing affiliates? We understand that GM intends to reintroduce its Cadillac brand into the European market, which would support thousands of good-paying American automotive jobs, especially with Formula One's worldwide audience and its halo effect on its teams and sponsors. How much did GM's and Andretti's entrance into racing competition taking a portion of the racing market share, and GM's entry into the European market taking market share, each play into the decision to deny admission to the Andretti Global team, given the public outcry of incumbent Formula One teams against a new American competitor? We continue to exercise oversight on this matter, the letter concluded, and with the appropriate federal regulators, to ensure that any potential violations of US anti-competition law are expeditiously investigated and pursued. In a statement issued Monday afternoon, the Andretti team acknowledges receipt of the letter and reiterates its commitment to forming a competitive team with the aim of participating in the 2026 races. The statement reads, "We are grateful to the bipartisan members of Congress for their support in challenging this anti-competitive behavior. We remain committed to bringing the first US Works team and power unit to F1 and to giving American fans a home team to root for. It is our hope that this can be resolved swiftly so that Andretti Cadillac can take its rightfully approved place on the grid in 2026. Our work continues at pace. Andretti Global's Formula One entry for 2026 is contingent upon approval not only from the FIA, which they received last October, but also from the American-owned Formula One rights holders. The team has started posting job openings for its Formula One operations, indicating their forward momentum alongside Cadillac in pursuing a 2026 entry. GM's factory engine program is slated to go online in 2028, potentially transforming the team, if approved, into a full works team within 4 years. While it's true that Formula One management has expressed skepticism about Andretti's ability to be a competitive participant as early as 2025, they have shown a willingness to reassess the situation regarding Andretti's venture for participation in Formula One by 2028. Mario Andretti is going all out on making it happen for his team, admitting to AP that the gloves are off. While speaking against F1's statement that his son's team wouldn't provide any value to the sport and doesn't stand a chance against the rest of the grid, he said, "If they, F1, want blood, I'm ready. I was offended, actually. I don't think we deserve that, to be honest with you. It's a big investment in the series, and you'd think they'd welcome that. Even the value of the series is more valuable with 11 teams than 10, so I don't know. Tell us what is really wrong." Andretti is scheduled to engage in discussions with Formula One representatives during this weekend's race, but there's uncertainty about how the sport will respond to the involvement of the US Congress. Some worry that this latest development could bolster Formula One management's determination, as well as that of other teams opposing the addition of an 11th team. In other news, court documents have surfaced indicating that Guenther Steiner has filed a lawsuit against the Haas Formula One team. Steiner served as the team principal since its inception in 2014 and managed its operations when it entered the grid in 2016. But prior to the 2024 F1 season, Haas announced that Steiner would not continue in the role and would be succeeded by Ayao Komatsu. Guenther Steiner is currently pursuing legal action against his former team in Charlotte, North Carolina, alleging unpaid commissions spanning from 2021 to 2023. Additionally, he is raising concerns about the unauthorized use of his likeness in promotional materials and merchandise by the team. The document specifies that Guenther Steiner's third term of employment was from January 1, 2021 to December 31, 2023, during which he expected to receive annual payouts related to the preceding season. Steiner asserts that Haas breached their employment agreement by failing to pay certain commissions owed to him. The lawsuit provides details outlining these allegations. It reads, "After years of accepting the benefits of Mr. Steiner's reputation, experience, and deep connections within the sport, Haas F1 cannot withhold from Mr. Steiner the benefits he has earned." The lawsuit further emphasizes that Haas is selling merchandise featuring Guenther Steiner's likeness without his authorization, which occurred after their separation, and no royalties have been paid to him as per their agreement. Guenther Steiner gained widespread recognition through his prominent role in the Netflix documentary series Drive to Survive. His consistent appearances and memorable quotes made him one of the most recognizable figures in the Formula One paddock. Episodes showcasing Steiner's candid reactions to racing incidents, team challenges, and his direct interactions with drivers and staff offered a unique, unfiltered glimpse into Formula One management. This transparency, coupled with his occasionally colourful language, made him a standout personality on the show, ultimately enhancing both his own profile and that of the Haas team. But now, Haas has no claim to the clout he generated. Haas F1 has no right to use Mr. Steiner's name, image and likeness, or to exploit them in any form of media after the termination of his employment, the court document stated. Haas F1 has not compensated Mr. Steiner for its unauthorized use of his name, image and likeness. Guenther Steiner departed from Haas F1 at the conclusion of the 2023 season, amidst speculation regarding disagreements with team owner Gene Haas and diverging perspectives on the team's trajectory. Since his departure, signs of strained relations between Steiner and his former team have emerged. Public statements and interactions have underscored a divergence in viewpoints regarding team management and future strategic direction, ultimately contributing to Guenther Steiner's departure from Haas F1 at the conclusion of the 2023 season. The details of these disagreements have not been fully disclosed, but they appear to centre around budget allocations, team personnel choices, and long-term strategic planning, including ownership shares of the team. It's been suggested that Gene Haas denied Guenther Steiner's request for joint ownership, adding to the rift between them. Guenther Steiner's tenure at Haas F1 was marked by both big challenges and noteworthy accomplishments. The team made a remarkable debut in 2016, securing points in their first race and finishing 8th in the constructors' standings, a notable achievement for a new team. But subsequent seasons were turbulent, characterized by fluctuating performance, technical difficulties and conflicts with sponsors and drivers. Despite facing numerous hurdles, Guenther Steiner's leadership at Haas F1 remained steadfast, and he implemented aggressive strategies to optimize their performance, despite budget constraints. His approach to managing drivers was especially notable. Steiner's decisions, whether in managing conflicts or making tough calls on driver lineups, were consistently focused on propelling the Haas F1 team forward. While his management style was occasionally controversial, it was widely respected within the paddock for its honesty and effectiveness. Even though he's not involved in Formula One nowadays, his colourful commentary hasn't faded one bit. And if you want his opinion on Carlos Sainz's future, then you've come to the right place. Steiner believes that the Spaniard's reputation allows him the flexibility to take time before deciding on his Formula One future. He mentioned 3 potential destinations for Sainz. He is in search of a new Formula One team after being replaced by Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari. Guenther Steiner mentioned in his column for F1.com that Sainz has been linked with Stake, which is transitioning to Audi in 2026, and already has Nico Hülkenberg signed up. Also, Steiner suggested that Red Bull and Mercedes could also be potential options for the 29-year-old driver. He wrote, "Once Red Bull and Mercedes decide what they want to do with their open seats, Carlos could be in the frame. Carlos will know he has an option at Sauber, which will become Audi in 2026. I think they are keen to have him on board, but I don't think Carlos is in a hurry to sign anything until he knows the doors to the big teams are closed. He's won a race this year and is in great form. so you can understand why he ideally wants his next project to give him the chance to keep doing that. The seat everyone will really want is Red Bull. But the team are in no rush to make a decision as Checo is doing a great job. Mercedes aren't in a hurry either. So, Carlos can wait. He will not be without a good seat in the end. It's just a question of how good that seat is. If it were up to you, would you welcome Andretti to the F1 grid? Tell us in the comments section down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.